Waters recede in Texas and in Florida. The risk for buying a flood-damaged car has risen. Hurricane Harvey and Irma left an estimated 500,000 vehicles totaled. Thousands of those are expected to come back onto the market. Joining us this morning is the car coach, Lauren Fix. Lauren, how do you avoid buying a damaged vehicle that was obviously flood damaged?
Good morning, Maria. Yeah, this is big. We had 650,000 cars after Hurricane Katrina and Rita. And those vehicles, you think, well, they probably destroyed them. Well, guess what? They're in the market, but all over the world. And so what I tell consumers, when you're looking at a used car, it's really a buyer beware, as it always is. But you want to get an ASE certified technician to look at it. Get the car on the lift and have someone look at it, look underneath the fuse box and everything. Because if you don't, there's no warranty, safety systems don't work, and these vehicles can stop at any time because it's filled with salt water, which is very damaging.
Well, Lauren, it's Dagan McDowell, but if you buy from a certified used car dealer that's from one of the major manufacturers, do you avoid this risk?
Yeah, that's a really good question, because getting a certified vehicle usually comes within the same brand. If it's a Ford, it's a Ford. If it's an Audi, it's an Audi. But typically, when you're buying another brand, if you're looking at a Honda at a Nissan dealer, they're only going to give you that 90-day warranty. You may not have a problem until 91 days, which typically may not happen right away. It may happen down the road. What happens is these vehicles are supposed to be destroyed, and salvage yards buy them. But many times they end up going to auction, and they do what's called title washing. They switch them from state to state. Each of the 50 states has completely different regulations, so you could take it to Pennsylvania and then send it to Colorado. You'll never know.
So that's just
why you need to be very
state
careful.
laws. I mean, are there laws against selling a flood-damaged vehicle, Jason?
Well,
I've been a huge advocate on that. There is no state laws on that.
No state law. Okay, here's Jason Chaffetz, former congressman.
So a question for you is about the insurance companies. What role do they play in it? Are they monitoring this? I mean, they ultimately have to insure these cars, but are they also the ones that want to get the most value out of them? What's their role?
That's a good question as well. 78% of people have comprehensive insurance, which gives them flood damage coverage. The rest of those vehicles, when they take your vehicle and you get the money and you go on to buy something else, they sit in a yard and they're supposed to be reported to companies like Carfax or VinCheck. Maybe about 60 to 70% are actually listed, and it costs money. So obviously they're spending a lot of money. The reinsurance companies are involved. And so when it comes down to dollars and cents, you wanted to sell them off to an auction yard and mark them all as title washed, or I meant as damaged cars. They're flood damaged cars. The problem is salvage yards sell them at auction for parts. And there's tons of different auction houses out there. But when they get to someone else's used car lot, they know how to do that title washing. And also many of those vehicles end up on boats going overseas, too, because we're finding them all over the world.
Lauren, just a quick question. I'm putting my old trading hat on. Risk reward, is it worth to take a shot and buy these types of cars, or are you saying no way, Jose?
Good question, Robert.
No way. It's an excellent question. Don't go near a flood-damaged car. I don't care what you read on the internet, unless you really want to do a complete restoration of that vehicle, and it would cost you tons of money. You're looking at rusted brake lines, fuel lines, computers. You ever drop a Coke on your laptop and you have a fit? Well, imagine having salt water and E. coli and mold in all the 200 processors in your car, plus the computer. It needs to be parted out. There's always a need for parts, and some of these vehicles are worth more in parts than they are together.
Wow. Great stuff, Lauren. Thanks very much for your analysis there. Lauren Fix is the car coach.